Well, you guys, Diddy pretty much beat a Fed case, and at the end of the day, Diddy probably not gonna do no real time. I know they saying he looking at 10 years, but based off the charges that he beat, the main thing was the RICO charge, where basically they would be able to take all his money, and then the sex trafficking. Basically, Diddy is basically convicted of tricking. That's pretty much it. And I'm glad the jury came to their senses and saw right through the testimony of just a bunch of lying, resentful whores that was on a revenge kick and looking for some money. Look, and the words of Ice Cube when he said, "I never, ever, ever made a whole state from natural born killers." At the end of the day, it would have set the president for basically a chick to just put you in jail or basically say that you raped her, even though she was having consensual sex and kept coming back. Cassie was proven to be full of shit, and I know people make mad and stuff. And see, that's for the panderers. That's what a lot of you niggas get for trying to act like you were legal experts, like you knew what was gonna happen. It was a weak case. It was a weak case, and I know some dudes on here big mad, and some of these women on here big mad, because at the end of the day, I'm glad the jury saw right through it. Here's the thing, though: there were women, there were women and men of all walks of life, and they just didn't believe the testimony of those women. They all came across as vengeful, looking for payback, looking for a payday. And that's just basically it. And don't come here with that, oh, we're celebrating and all this kind of stuff. First of all, Carolyn Bryan caused Emmett Till to get mutilated. Okay, she caused him to get mutilated, and she never did no time for it. And then my thing is, where was all this anger for? Where was all this anger? You know, um, where was all this anger when Cardi B openly admitted that she used to drug and rob men? And she admitted to it not once or twice, but why wasn't everybody calling for her to be arrested? Why wasn't she arrested? Why wasn't she brought to trial? She admitted to a felony, a major felony. So where was all that anger at? And I see that 50 Cent all of a sudden trying to be cool, saying, oh, did he beat it? Nah, what it is, 50 is scared. That's all that's going on. That's all it is. Curtis is scared now. 50 Cent. Oh, you beat a Fed case now. Hey, in the words of Tupac, what was that song he made? When I get free, motherfuckers better watch their ass. Well, 50 better watch his ass figuratively and literally. I mean, Curtis, don't try to get all cool now. You the one that was saying that you gonna tell Trump not to give him a pardon if he get convicted. But I've been telling y'all that 50 Cent was a hoe ass nigga. Like I said, how I feel about this case, I'm not happy or sad. I just paid attention to the details and I looked very closely. Now, I didn't follow it to a T like some people did, but I just saw that it was a weak case. It was a weak RICO case. It was a weak sex trafficking case. So let me get this straight. You was trying to put a dude in jail for basically doing what people in Hollywood been doing since forever, since basically, listen, y'all, a freak off ain't nothing but a orgy, and they've been having orgies forever in Hollywood. And actually, at the White House, you do remember John F. Kennedy, don't you? He was known for that. Hey, Sean, get rid of this troll named Bailey talking about rest in peace, King Von. I mean, see, you trying to be funny. So get rid of Bailey trolling. Block this punk. So I just, hey, We gonna. I'm this. I ain't talking about Dame Lillard right now. We talking about Diddy. We gonna stick to the subject. We talk about Dame Lillard in the live later, but right now we talking about Diddy. Nah, nah. I'm just nah. It ain't nothing to say. My bad. I'm just it ain't that serious. I'm just letting you know. But we'll definitely get to Damian Lillard due to the fact Damian Lillard is from Oakland like me. But I'm just talking about this Diddy thing. This, like I said, y'all, we gotta just be truthful. It was a weak case, and let me tell you something. If he would have got convicted, that was opening up Pandora's box. And I think they need to restore order with this shit now. Cause I'm tired of seeing these dudes all of a sudden women get mad because something didn't go their way or a dude, knocked them down 15 years ago and they didn't get no money. Now they talking about that they sexually assaulted them and raped them and all that stuff. I think they got to restore order with that. All these dudes that was on here playing Captain Saberho and Simp of the Year, not Pimp of the Year, you know who these dudes is. And if they get offended by it, they can take it however they want. They know who they are. You was doing all that pandering and simping, and what did you get out of it? And you tried to act like you knew what you was talking about, and you didn't, and you niggas didn't know what you was talking about. Me and 7-8, we was laughing behind the scenes. Me, 7-8, 2 Raw, we knew Diddy was gonna beat this case. I've been telling people Gene Deal was a goofy. But Gene Deal will try to find a way to capitalize off this. If I'm Gene Deal, I would consider probably leaving the country for a little bit because I can tell you, Dale, Diddy ain't gonna make no moves now. He too hot. So I'm just keeping a book. You know, I just think, like I said, it was a weak case, and like I said, the feds. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, a lot of people gonna be fired in behind this too, in the feds, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is going up top. This is going to Washington. I'm talking about that. This is going to that building over there. What do you call that district in Washington D.C.? Some people gonna lose their job because it was a weak case. It was a weak case, and it didn't take a genius to see that it was a weak case. There was no proof whatsoever of a RICO. They had no proof of RICO. No proof of a so-called drug mule. So where's the drugs at? Where was the drugs at? What kind of drugs was it? Where was the RICO at? Who was members of his crew? That's all I'm saying. You gotta have names and stuff. You gotta have associates. Like I said, they just made up some stuff. I'm telling y'all, people gonna lose their job in behind this, cause they made it. Cause like I said before, whoever decided to go after Diddy, they gonna lose their job. All I'm saying is y'all finna see heads roll. These the type of case. Let me tell you something. In the feds, when you botch a case like this is a major embarrassment for the government. They lost. Not only did they lose to Diddy, they lost to a black man. Do you know Diddy's stature now? Like I say, Diddy. I'm talking about Diddy is on a stature with the likes of John Gotti and them the type of people. Diddy is Mr. Untouchable now, and they made him that way. This is this is a debacle. Yeah, I just what's up, Too Raw? Hey, I can tell y'all now, Too Raw, Too Raw. No, me, Too Raw, 7-8. I mean, we could let the cat out of the bag. We knew Diddy wasn't gonna get convicted. Not of the majors, they just didn't have a good enough case. Like I said, y'all have no idea what's about to happen. People getting pink slips right now. All them people that ran up at Diddy's house and took his stuff, they getting pink slips because this is a clusterfuck for the government. When I say people finna get fired in behind this shit, people finna get fired. People finna get pink slips. What they gon', like I said, I don't even think Diddy gonna do no time. The most he gonna do is if he do time, even though they saying he looking at 10 years, he not gonna get no 10 years. He may get time served and 10 years probation. He pretty much got convicted for tricking. My thing is, okay, so since Cassie was a willing participant, why don't they lock her ass up too? At the end of the day, Cassie was the reason that he got arrested and got off. When they put her on the stand, she was, when I heard her testimony, I said, he gonna beat the case. You could ask Too Raw. I never believed he was going to jail. I never believed that he was going to lose this case. It was a weak case. Yeah. Well, this is one time where in the battle of the sexes, the man came on top. Get it? Came off on top? Nah, let me be cool. Let me be cool. Let me be cool. I don't want them coming after me. At the end of the day, the only thing we found out about Diddy is what we suspected all along, that he's a pervert and he's a trisexual. And what I mean by, well, you know what a trisexual is. He'll try anything once or twice. Oh, well, 50 Cent, I'm about to cook 50 Cent's ass too, because this a big L for him. At the end of the day, that's the only reason 50 Cent got so many female tendencies. He's shown it. This is the same 50 Cent that got mad that basically little Meech's father was dealing with Rick Ross. So he basically pulled the plug on BMF. Like, come on, man. And then he's such a bitch. He sat up there and publicly put the text up where people could see him. When dude was basically trying to explain to him, no real man do shit like that. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, no respectable or reputable street nigga save text and put them online to try to humiliate nobody, or they try to record phone calls. No real street nigga or no real man do no stuff like that. But it's laughable. But anyway, you guys, we'll continue this talk later on. But like I said before, the feds had a weak case. Anyway, I'm out.